Okay, are you ready for this? Today, we are diving headfirst into AI content creation, especially the way it's flipping the script for websites. You've been asking about this CyberSEO Pro, this WordPress plugin that everyone's buzzing about.
Yeah, it's been catching my eye too.
And honestly, after looking at everything you sent, I get it. It claims to do everything. Finding content, changing it up, even making articles and images from nothing. Wild, right?
It really does seem like it could be a game changer. And what's really got me interested is how Cyber SEO Pro is tapping into all these big trends, like all at the same time. You've got this surge in AI content tools, and then there's the constant need for websites to have new stuff all the time.
And don't forget, everyone always wishing they had like twice as many hours in the day to manage their site.
Exactly. It's like they're trying to be the ultimate, hey, we'll save you a ton of time
Mm.
solution.
Speaking of saving time, one thing that really jumped out at me was their approach to RSS feeds. You know how people use those to keep up with blogs and stuff, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Cyber SEO Pro seems to take that whole concept to a whole other level, like way beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not just about your basic RSS feeds with them either.
Yeah.
Imagine, right? You could be pulling in content from everywhere, and I mean everywhere. We're talking social media, your favorite video platforms, even online stores, you name it. And get this is the really smart part. They've got this thing where they support importing from, get ready for it, XML sitemaps.
Whoa, whoa, back up for a sec. XML sitemaps.
Yeah, so that actually means you can grab content from any website, even if they don't even have an RSS feed set up.
Okay, so they figured out a workaround. That's pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie.
Right. It's pretty cool.
So what you're saying is instead of me going out and like hunting down content manually, this plugin could just be like, boom, here's your curated stream from all these places.
That's the idea.
Like having my own personal content curator who never sleeps. I like it.
Exactly.
Right.
But hold on, because it gets even more, I don't know, what's the word? Mind-blowing, maybe, when you see the AI features they've packed in.
Okay.
And we're not talking about your grandma's copy and paste here. We're talking like next level stuff. CyberSEO Pro actually works with some of the most powerful AI models out there.
Yeah.
OpenAI, Google, Anthropic, the big players.
Oh yeah, I saw they're using GPT-4 Mini and Google's Gemini, and those are like the heavy hitters in the AI world right now, cutting edge stuff. What's the advantage though of having that kind of power behind like a content plugin? It seems like overkill, right?
Well, think of it this way, okay?
Mhm.
These AI models, they're known for creating some seriously human-sounding text, like scarily good, and they can handle really complicated instructions like better than my dog, haha. And CyberSEO Pro, it's using those models not just to write articles, which is already kind of wild, but for optimizing your SEO, translating stuff into different languages, even making images from scratch with those AI art generators, DLA and all those.
Hold up, wait. They can create unique images, like custom made for whatever content you're working on.
Yep.
That's insane. That changes everything. So it's not just about writing, it's about the whole process from like that initial spark of an idea to the final product being done.
You got it.
Wow. And that's where things start to get really interesting because like where's the line between what we think of as, human creativity and what AI is doing?
That's a really good question.
That is the question, right? I mean, everyone I talk to, they all want to be at the top of those search results, but nobody wants to get like flagged or whatever, penalized for using AI the wrong way. So how does CyberSEO Pro make sure people don't run into that?
Well, they seem to have built a lot of SEO smarts right into the plugin itself, from what I can see.
Okay.
So it's like, imagine you've got your own personal SEO guru, right? Working behind the scenes, making sure your website is seen. That's kind of the promise here.
I like the sound of that.
Right. It handles those nitty-gritty things, those SEO titles and meta descriptions, all that. But then, get this, it also does this thing. It's called text spinning.
Text spinning. That sounds kind of, I don't know, a little shady, not going to lie. Like something you'd see in one of those late night infomercials,
Haha. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it's not as sketchy as it sounds.
No.
Basically, it's a way to rewrite content to make each piece more unique while still keeping, like, the main idea the same. It's all about avoiding those duplicate content penalties that Google hates with a passion.
Ah, okay, so it's like a camouflage technique for your content.
Exactly. And if that wasn't enough, they've also got this feature where it can pull and embed, get ready for it, YouTube video transcripts right into your posts.
Now that is seriously smart. Everyone and their dog knows Google loves video content these days.
Oh, for sure.
So they're thinking ahead, making sure your website plays nice with all those Google algorithms, huh?
Exactly. It's not just about making content. It's about making content that's, actually findable. But here's something I found really interesting, and this is key. for all this automation, they seem to get that one size doesn't fit all when it comes to websites.
That's a good point.
They actually offer a surprising amount of customization, which is cool.
See, that was a big question I had because, with some of these AI tools, it feels like you're kind of stuck with whatever the algorithm spits out. You know what I mean? You're saying Cyber SEO Pro gives you like more control over the reins.
Yeah, that's the impression I got. You can actually create your own custom HTML templates, so you're not stuck with some generic look, and you have a lot of control over the post properties within WordPress itself. Things like categories, tags, when it goes live, all that good stuff.
So wait, hold on. Does that mean you need to be like a coding whiz to use this thing? Could someone like me who's more of a click this, click that kind of person, could I customize things?
Oh, yeah. It seems pretty user-friendly. I mean, they've really tried to make it accessible to different skill levels.
Nice.
And then for the more techie folks, they even let you add your own PHP code if you want, like really fine-tune things.
Wow, so they're not messing around. They're giving people the keys to the kingdom, huh?
Pretty much.
I like it. That's impressive. Okay, but let's be real. This all sounds almost too good to be true. What's the catch? What are people who are actually using this thing saying about it?
And this is where it gets interesting. They've actually been around for a while. Since 2006, they've got a massive user base.
Yeah.
They're clearly doing something right.
Hold on, 2006? That's like ancient history in internet years.
Yeah.
How have they managed to stay relevant, especially in a field that moves as fast as this one?
That's a good question. And from what I've seen, they're constantly updating the plugin.
Okay, so they're not afraid to change with the times.
Exactly. They're adding new features all the time, adapting to whatever the latest trend is. Like they're not content just to, rest on their past successes.
They're keeping it fresh.
Exactly.
I respect that. So they're not just like riding this AI hype wave. They've been in the game for the long haul, huh?
Yeah, they've been around the block a few times.
That's definitely reassuring. Yeah, it's like they found that balance, between innovating and still being reliable, which seems kind of rare these days. But with all this AI and automation talk, it makes you think, where does the human element fit into all of this?
That's the big question at the end of the day, right? It's really easy to get caught up in all the tech stuff.
Yeah, shiny object syndrome.
For sure. But we can't forget that it's all about connecting with people on the other side.
Because I was just thinking, you could have a website with the most perfectly optimized, like technically brilliant content, but if it sounds like a robot wrote it, nobody's going to connect with that.
Exactly. And that seems to be something CyberSEO Pro actually understands.
They're not trying to replace humans, are they?
No, it doesn't seem that way. They're not saying AI should be this, like, replacement for human creativity. It's more like, here are some tools to boost what you're already doing.
Yeah, it's like having a superpowered assistant, right? One that takes care of those boring, repetitive tasks so you've got the space to focus on the creative stuff.
Right, the strategy, all those things you can't really automate.
You need a human for that.
Exactly.
So it's more like a partnership than, one replacing the other.
I think that's a great way to put it, a partnership.
I like it. Okay, so as we start to wrap up this deep dive on CyberSEO Pro, what's the one thing you hope sticks with our listeners after they finish listening to this?
That's a good one. I'd say don't shy away from exploring what AI can do, but, and this is important, do it with your eyes wide open.
Okay, so be cautious but optimistic.
Yeah, ask yourself the tough questions, try things out, experiment, and never, ever lose sight of who you're talking to, your audience, and what actually matters to them.
I like that. That's a great point to end on. Because at the end of the day, technology is just a tool, right?
Yeah, just a tool in the toolbox.
We get to decide how we use it.
We're in the driver's seat.
And hopefully we use it to tell those really compelling stories, connect with people online in a genuine way.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, that about wraps it up for our deep dive into CyberSEO Pro. We've covered a ton of ground today. Everything from the technical nitty-gritty to those bigger questions about what content creation even looks like in the future.
It's changing fast.
It really is. And I hope this deep dive gave everyone listening a good understanding of what this tool can do and, how it could potentially transform their online presence.
Exactly. And don't forget, the AI world, it's constantly on the move. There's always something new.
Always something new and shiny, right?
Uh-huh. Exactly. Stay curious, keep experimenting, and never stop learning.
Words to live by. That's all we've got for today's deep dive. We hope you enjoyed this little journey into the wild world of AI-powered content creation. We definitely did. Until next time, happy creating, everyone.